Hello everyone. Today in this video we will start the new chapter cubes and cube roots. So cube, to multiply any number by itself 3 times is called cube of the number. So if I multiply any number 3 times by itself, it is called cube of the number. For example, this 2, if I multiply it by 2 and again with 2, means I'm multiplying 2 3 times, then I'll get 8 here. So this can be read as 2 to the power 3. If 3 is written in its power, then we read it as cube of 2. Similarly, if I multiply 3 times, then I will have 27, which can be read as 3 cube. So similarly, we can find any number's cube by just multiplying it with itself 3 times. So if I want to find the cube of 10, so I'll multiply 10 into 10 into 10. That means 3 times 10. So I'll get 1000, which can also be read as 10 to the power 3. So you have to learn all the cubes of, you have to learn cubes from number 1 to 15. This is your work so that you can solve the upcoming questions very quickly. It helps you to reduce your calculation in the next topics. So there are some properties of cubes of numbers. So let's start. First property is the cube of an even number is always even. That means if I take any even number, suppose let's take 4. So if I find the cube of 4, so as we discussed, to find the cube of 4, we have to multiply 4 3 times. So which will come out to be as 64. Now if you can see, 4 is an even number and its cube, which is 64, it is also an even number because its ones place digit can be divisible by 2. One more example, if I take 6 cube, then after multiplying it with 6 3 times, I will get 216, which is again an even number. So this confirms that the cube of an even number is always even. Similarly, if I check the cube of an odd number, for example 5 cube, so when I'll multiply it, I'll get 125, which is an odd number. If I take 9 and if I found its cube, I will get 729, which is again an odd number. So second property is says the cube of an odd number is always odd. Now the third is the cube of a negative number is always negative. Now if I find the cube of -5, this is very important to understand. If I find the cube of -5, then what I will do, I'll multiply -5 3 times. -5 into -5 into -5. Then when I multiply these three numbers, I will get -125, which shows the cube of a negative number is always negative. Why? Because we are multiplying minus 3 times. So minus minus plus, plus minus makes it minus. So this is very important, that the cube of a negative number is always negative. And similarly, the cube of a positive number is always positive. If I find the cube of 8, which is a positive number, then I'll get 8 into 8 into 8, which will be 512, which is a positive number. So cube of a positive number is always positive. So now what do you mean by perfect cube? Perfect cube means a number which comes after multiplying any number 3 times. For example, I'll show you with an example. If I write 27, so 27 I will get when I multiply 3 into 3 into 3. So we know that I can write it as like this also, 3 cubed. So I can write 27 is a perfect cube. 27 is a perfect cube, which can also be denoted as, this was the symbol of square root, but if I write 3 here, a small 3 here, then it will be cube root. This symbol is known as cube root. So I'll read it, cube root of 27. So 27 is a cube of 3. So I can write cube root of 27 is 3. Similarly, I can write cube root of 125 is 5. Cube root of 1000 is 10. So whosoever cube root we know, means if we calculate any cube of any given number, then that number is known as perfect cube. So 27 is a perfect cube, 125 is a perfect cube, 1000 is a perfect cube. So next, how to find the cube root, how to find the cube roots of a given number. So first method is prime factorization method. Now this prime factorization was in the square and square roots also, but what is the difference between these two methods? To find the cube roots, we have to make a pair of 3, but in square and square roots, we were using the pair of 2. So let me show you an example. I'm taking one number 512. If I want to find its cube root, so I'll start with prime factorization method. As you all know how to start and how to do, we have to find the prime factors of this number. So if I start with 2, I will get 256. Then again I'll do it with 2. So I will get 128, 64, 32, and similarly 16. This I will keep doing till I'll get 1 at the last. So you can see now I'm having 1 at the last. So I will write its factor. 512 can be written as how many times? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So 9 times I will write 2 3 5 6 7 8 and 9. Now what I have to do, I have to make pairs, but this time we are finding the cube root, so we will make pair of 3. So we'll group them together like this. So when I take out these numbers from the cube root, so I'll write it only one time. So 2 into 2 into 2, so it will be 8. So cube root of 512 is 8. Either I can write it like this, or I can also write it as 512 equals to 8 cube. Both are correct. This is also correct, and this is also correct. In any of the way we can write it, but remember, in cube roots we have to make pair of 3. We have to group them in the pair of 3. We used to make pair of 2 in the square and square root whenever it was asking to find the square root, but I repeat, in cube root we make pair of 3. Now let us suppose if the question was asking to find the cube root of minus 512. I repeat, if the question was asking to find the cube root of minus 512, there is nothing new in this. Just you have to make factors similarly as you have made in the previous slide. So what you will do, cube root of, this time you are finding the cube root of minus 512. So you will just write minus 8, because as we know 512 is the cube of 8. So minus sign, I'll place it minus, as per the property that cube of any number is always cube of any negative number is always negative. So if they were asking minus 512, my answer will be minus 8. If they will ask 512, so my answer will be 8. So either this, or I can write minus 512 equals to minus 8 cube. Thank you.